Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, the Enchanting Empress of Light. So today is not necessarily a reading as much as it is about growing in your spiritual journey, all right? Elevating your consciousness, all right? Raising your vibration and filling your body with light, all right? We need to do these things so that we can get off of this planet, out of this third density, this third dimension. The dimension we're living in, for those of you who aren't caught up, all right, this is a matrix, all right? This is all an illusion, and our souls, they literally want to trap our souls here on Earth, okay? So for, those of you who have either just begun your spiritual journey or you know nothing about it, and you're just new to all this, this may not be the right time for you, or maybe it is the right time for you to see this. If you know nothing about spirituality, a lot of the things you're going to find out in this series of readings is you may think that it's unbelievable. All right, a lot of things you're going to hear and see are going to be unbelievable to you, but this is about raising your consciousness, all right, to find out knowledge. Okay, you need to know these things, because the whole earth, we're all rising up into the fourth dimension. All right, the fourth dimension, it has already begun, and it's happening. All right. This is a time where, you already hear on the news even, all right, that they're seeing more UFOs, all right? So, I don't know when exactly it's going to happen, all right? But we're going to start to see extraterrestrials, all right, on this planet, all right? That's just one of many things that are going to occur when we catch up with the fourth dimension, all right? So they want us, the ones who created our vessels, all right, they want us trapped here because they are not like us, all right? They are not like us, right? They don't have souls like we do. We are of God, of our Creator, okay? Our soul comes from the overworld, all right? They don't have souls, all right? So they are trapped in this third dimension hell state. And they also want you trapped here, all right? They want us trapped here, okay? They don't want us to open our ajna, which is our third eye. They don't want us to know the truth about that we are of God and we actually have powers, okay? And it's all about science. It's all about metaphysics, all right? And mathematics, all right? That's all the spiritual world is. The spiritual realm is mathematics and metaphysics, family, all right? This is not, a lot of people call it hoodoo and voodoo, and and all, it has all this negative connotation, all right? I'm not saying that it's not negative, because some spiritual practices are, okay? But with regard to elevating your knowledge, all right, elevating your consciousness to a higher state so that you can know these truths and govern yourselves accordingly, all right? Because when you transition out of this vessel, all right, where your soul goes depends on you, all right? For a lot of people who have not elevated their consciousness, and they don't, they either refuse to do it, or they're scared of it, or they just don't want to know nothing about it, their soul will forever be caught in the nightmarish reality of samsara. Okay, it's the endless cycle of birth, suffering, and death. All right. The goal of those of us who have raised our consciousness, all right, with knowledge, we know that we don't want to be trapped into that horrific cycle. Okay, we want to break free from that cycle. Okay. Our goal, our minimum goal, is when we die, when we transition, for our souls to go to the fourth dimension, okay? The fourth dimension is where anything is possible, all right? We don't want to be trapped here in the third dimension. And you also don't want to go to the second dimension either. That's for another reading. All right. So that's basically, I just wanted to give you all the rundown of, you know, what these series of readings is going to be about. So, you know, a lot of the information you're going to get here is knowledge that I have attained, all right, and things that I'm practicing currently at the time. I'm a private person, and I don't believe in divulging everything that I do, and I don't think that you should either, all right? But what this series is about is knowledge that you all should know, all right? And the fact that you're even tuned in to this reading means that it's time for you to know this now, all right? Some of this may shock you. Some of this may make you go through a dark night of the soul, all right? But, you know, it's time that you awaken. And, you know, for those of you who are new to all this, you know, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, all right? If you think all of this is preposterous, or, you know, it's no basis in fact, and, you know, it's a bunch of mumbo jumbo, then this is not the reading for you, all right? You're not ready for this yet, all right? And those of you who feel that way, unfortunately, you're going to end up being trapped here, okay? Your soul is going to end up being trapped here. So if you want to wake up, if you don't want to be trapped here, when you transition, if you don't want to be born again into this hell state, into this reality, all right, this endless cycle of birth and suffering and death, then you need to elevate your consciousness with knowledge, okay, and practice as well. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, what is the knowledge that you would like the viewer to know for today? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, what is the spiritual knowledge you would like the collective to know today? And this reading isn't just for enchanted mommies. This reading is for everyone, for all signs, for everyone. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so I just mentioned how we are living in a 3D matrix, all right? At the bottom of the deck, we are living in a 3D matrix written on mathematics called Adinkra codes, family. Adinkra codes, all right? These are error correction codes, okay? Search engines or web browsers, all right? Error correction codes are running the universe, family. Okay? This is the illusion, all right? They are running our 3D matrix with Adinkra codes, all right? For those of you who don't know what those are, look it up, okay? It's very important, okay? This helps you to understand that there are codes, there are ways that we can break through those codes, all right? And as you watch this series, you will learn, okay? All right. So the first one, all right, says learn about chanting mantras to improve your life and to bring guidance and blessings into your life. All right? If you don't know what is, hang on a second. Okay. If you don't know what a mantra is, you know, just do your research. You can go on YouTube. They have a lot of great mantras that you can do. I started off with Lord Ganesh. All right, he is the deity that I am building a relationship with. All right. And I do, I started with him, and I'm still doing Lord Ganesh mantras, all right? You can do other kind of mantras, all right? You just look it up and find the one, you listen to them, and then you find the one that, that resonates with you, okay? Oh, wow. This is the... Can't make this up. I just explained to you that Lord Ganesh is the mantra that I first started out with. He is the first deity that I am building a relationship with. All right, that I'm currently speaking to and spending time with. All right, and doing doing his mantras. All right, and here, all right, this says begin a new relationship with a god, goddess, or deity by a murti. Okay, a murti is like a little tiny statue. All right, a statue. They could be bigger, but it shouldn't be bigger than 7 inches. All right. So by a murti, by sage. All right. By sage. So by a murti, by sage, by a candle. Okay. Try to buy a white candle if you can, all right? And create an altar, all right? So what you're looking at right here, family, is an altar, all right? I do my readings on here, and I do other things on here, all right? This is my altar. An altar is just a table. I have my incense in the background, all right? And sometimes it's sage, sometimes it's incense, all right? But, yeah, so an altar is just a table, a special place where you put special objects, all right? And this is, it's not meant to be eaten on. You don't do your work on here. You don't do your hobbies on here. You don't snack on here. You don't do the altar. The only purpose for the altar is for this, all right? And you can also do an ancestor altar also, all right? And you can look that up. Everything that I'm talking about today and in this series, you can look up. But some of the knowledge I'm telling you is not in books. Okay, so if I tell you something and you can't find it, all right, it means that I got it from somewhere else. All right, I didn't get it from a book. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, so begin a new relationship with a god, goddess, or a deity. All right, buy a murti, sage, candle, and create an altar. Okay, this is a very important thing, and one of the first steps you need to do. All right, to raise your consciousness and raise your spirituality. All right, and start using the gifts that you were born with. All right, and the abilities that you have, the ability that we have to connect with the deities. All right, and gods that are outside of our realm, okay? All right, so this one is, one must go through sleep paralysis to attain ability to astral travel, okay? That's lucid dreaming, all right? Now, for some of you, you may have spontaneously did this and didn't realize it, and it kind of freaked you out and excited you, and then, boom, you popped right back into your body, all right? So when this happens, you can't get too excited, all right? You can't, you got to take it easy. But with this, the sleep, a lot of negative things are said about sleep paralysis. And I'm not saying that people don't see shadow spirits and stuff like that, because maybe they do, all right? They probably do. But I never have, okay? Sleep paralysis, all that is, family, is the body protects you, all right? So you don't act out while you're dreaming. If you're punching somebody, or you're kicking, or you're falling, or you're running, you can't do all that in your bed, okay? You can hurt yourself or the person you're sleeping with. So what the body does is it places us in what's called sleep paralysis, all right? But what this is normally when we fall asleep, we never experience sleep paralysis because we fall asleep first and then we dream, all right? But what this is when you are still awake, your mind is still awake, all right? But your body is paralyzed because you're about to go into the dream world, all right? So in other words, it's just like your consciousness woke up a little too early, all right, and realizes that you're awake. So once you get through this, and you know, for me, like, my whole head tingles, it's tingly, the back of my neck tingles, and then my whole body, it's like a vibration, like a like this deep, like like this. My whole body vibrates, and then like foggy whiteness, and then I'm in the dream world, all right, or the astral world, all right, as it should be called, all right. So for those of you who experience this, don't be afraid of it, all right. It only lasts for like a few seconds. It shouldn't even last a minute. If you just relax and just go through it, and you pop into the astral world, you will find that when you're lucid dreaming, you can control your dreams, family. Okay, you can control your dreams. You can visit other worlds. You can visit other places. You can speak to, to those who have knowledge, ascended masters. Okay, there's a lot that we can do in our lucid dreams besides just, doing forward flips and flying to the moon and doing all that other cool stuff, all right? So don't be afraid of that, all right? Go through the sleep paralysis, and then you'll find that you're in a lucid dream. And the way to find out, to test yourself if you're lucid dreaming or not, put your finger, try to put it through your hand. If it goes through, you're in a lucid dream, all right? You're in a lucid dream. Okay, so the last message here that Spirit wants you to know to raise your consciousness. All right. Research Sumerian texts and the Anunnaki to discover truth about your origins. Okay. So yeah. So this is okay. All right. Before you do this, you need to do this. All right. This is for every single person who's watching this video right now. All right. And I don't want to say too much, except what I'm going to say is for those of you who are melanated, all right? That includes brown, red, and yellow, all right? Do this first. In fact, I'm gonna put this up here. Do that first before you do this, okay? Because when you do this first, you will understand. You will understand everything. Everything will make sense to you. Your whole life will make sense to you, all right? And then when that happens, you will be able to then go to this step, all right? Okay. So so that is it as far as the messages of knowledge for today. Please, heed these messages because, time is of the essence, all right? We never know what's going to happen, all right? Any day, we wake up in the morning, we go through our day, we don't know if we're going to have another day, all right? So this is very important for your souls, for your soul, okay? For your soul, all right? I was going to say your soul's salvation, but that sounds so religious-y, all right? And that's not where I'm going here, all right? Once you do this, you all will find out, all right, about what religion really is, okay? But yeah, so research Sumerian texts and the Anunnaki to discover truth about your origins, all right? Learn about chanting mantras to improve your life and to bring guidance and blessings into your life, all right? And the mantras really do work, all right? They really work, but you have to do them regularly, okay? If you do them daily, all right, whatever you need or want in your life, you can bring in faster, all right? And then, of course, begin a new relationship with a goddess or deity, buy a murti, sage, candle, and create an altar. Okay, this is an altar. All right, it doesn't have to be anything special. You can make it special. You can put things in it, that you want. But yeah, but you have to do this first before the altar. All right. And then one must go through sleep paralysis to attain ability to astral travel. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, for your whole life, every time you go to bed at night and you dream, okay, you're astral traveling. Okay, not your soul. Your soul still remains with you, with your body while you sleep, but your spirit, okay, your spirit goes into the astral realm, okay, and that's what dreams are, okay. The scientists never tell us this because they don't want you to know, okay. They don't want us to know this ability that we've had, that every soul has, okay, because they want us trapped down here, all right. So, but yeah, so that's what dreams really are. And you can lucid dream. Okay, a lot of times in our dreams, we don't control the dream. We just like literally have the dream. And then we wake up and we remember the dream. But lucid dreaming is where you actually control what goes on in your dream. And you can manifest things, baby. You can manifest something. With practice, when you lucid dream, you can make something appear in your dream. It's astral travel, but you can make something, you can conjure up something in your dream, and you can actually pull it down into this reality. All right? So I want you to think about that and realize what this could do, what difference this could make in your life. All right? So lucid dreaming, all right? In order to lucid dream, most people have to go through that uncomfortable stage of sleep paralysis, all right? And, you know, all that is you being aware while part of your brain shuts your body down to protect yourself so you don't act out in your sleep. That's all that is, okay? So that is it for today's messages of knowledge from Spirit, okay? If you have any questions about any of these messages or any questions in general that you'd like to ask me, just leave a comment below, and I will get to it, and I will let you know if I can answer your question. All right? There are certain questions that I won't answer in the comment section. It just depends what kind of question it is. If it is a very deep question, then we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go through email. All right? Oh, okay. So that'll do it for today's messages of knowledge. Thank you for joining, and until the next video, I will love you and leave you. Namaste.